we feel like if something is not for us, then that automatically devalues us, and that's just simply not true. You're just not compatible with it, but that's not a dig towards your value and your worthiness.
The sun shines on all of my glory. My flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of?
Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to Locks Lux Lifestyle. If you enjoy lock content, lifestyle content, or self-help and self-development type of content, then make sure you subscribe because I do a little bit of all of that. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video. So today's video is a chit chat get ready with me. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do this look, style my hair a little bit, the full outfit and all of that. And I'm also going to be speaking on contentment and regularism. But before we get into this chat and this get ready with me, today's video is in collaboration with Dossier. If you are unfamiliar with Dossier, they are an affordable perfume company. I work with them all the time here on my channel, and they offer a lot of like good quality perfumes that are very much comparable to your name brand high-end perfumes that you would find like in a department store. So for every perfume you get, you also get a sample size. You can try out the sample size. If you don't like it, you can go ahead and ship the entire thing back. So the scent that I'm wearing today is Fruity Brown Sugar, and this perfume is inspired by YSL Mon Paris. I think I used to actually have this one, but some of the notes in this include raspberry, pear, jasmine, brown sugar, amber, vanilla. Iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. And so this one smells really good. I can't remember exactly how the YSL used to smell because I haven't smelled that one in a couple years, but this perfume on its own, y'all, it smells good. So this smell is definitely on the sweeter end, but it's more of like a warm sweet. It has like that brown sugar in it, and yeah, it just smells really good. Today was like very overcast and chilly, and so I thought that this was like the perfect smell for today. So if you are interested in purchasing a perfume from Dossier, I will have a link down in the description bar for you guys to go check out. But yes, without further ado, let's get into this chit chat get ready with me. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel. And without further ado, let's get into this chit chat get ready with me. So today I am here with a chit chat get ready with me. I've not done one of these in a while, so I'm pretty consistent as far as like the products and everything that I use for my day-to-day makeup routine. I will have everything linked down in the description box. And I've been doing a lot of chatty videos, and at first I was going to do a separate video for this topic, but I said, you know what, might as well combine them together. So yes, let's get into this video. So I've already washed and moisturized my face and everything off camera. But in today's video, the topic for today's video, we are going to be talking about contentment and regularism, okay? So I was actually on YouTube, minding my business, scrolling, doing what I usually do, and a video came across my suggestion page or my homepage, whatever the page is called. I don't have the name of the content creator off the top of my head. So basically in the video, this girl was just talking about how she's reached a point in her life where she just wants to be regular. It was kind of like a reaction or a piggyback off of the I'm done with the American Dream videos. If you guys have seen any of those, she was just saying how yeah, she's done trying to be like an overachiever and she just wants to be regular. She was very witty in how she talked about it. It was a good video. I'm gonna try to find it so I could put it on the screen or link it down in the description box for you guys. But when I was watching the video, if you guys have been keeping up with like some of my chit chat videos these last couple of months, I have been talking a lot about like contentment and how I've reached a point in my life where like I'm really prioritizing contentment. I've said this in another video, but a lot of times I feel like people conflate contentment with settling, and for me that's really not the case. So the actual definition of contentment is a state of happiness or satisfaction, right? So for me, when I prioritize contentment, what that looks like for me in my real life is that regardless of the season, regardless of what's going on, I know and believe that I'll be okay. That's it. I might be going through a hard time, but I know it'll pass. I might be going through a good time, and I'm content. I'm happy with what's going on. Whatever the case may be, I know that I will be all right. I say all that to say because I was thinking like, well, how did I even reach this point? Like, how did I get to this point where I had become so content? Because I think a lot of people really do want to be content, but they don't know how or how to go about it. And especially living in a society where we're constantly pushed to be just doing so much all the time. Everyone's time is always stretched so thin because that's what they want from us. A lot of us are just like overworking, overstressing ourselves out because we've been sold this idea that the more we do, the happier we'll be. And I've come to find out that that's just not true. The more I do, the more unhappy I become. So I wanted to do this video just to just talk about how to be more content, how to get to a place where you are at a state of happiness and satisfaction. So I feel like a lot of people like to throw around the saying like, what's for me is for me. Yeah, it's a very popular saying, but I don't think people really like truly believe it all the time. And I can definitely say like I've been in that position where it's like I want to believe that what's for me is for me, but how do I move and operate through life and really live that out? And I think what helped me get to a point of accepting that what's for me is also accepting what's not for me is not for me. And I think that's the flip side that people don't want to talk about. Whenever we talk about like what's for me is for me, it's always from a place of, well, these are the things I want. And as long as I want them, then I'm going to claim that they're for me. And because I claim that they're for me, then they're for me. Hopefully that makes sense. But I feel like when we say it, we always look at it from a place of the things we want, right? And not accepting that some things we want or desire may not actually really be for us. Once I started accepting like what's not for me is not for me, and being okay with that, then I felt like I was better able to really find and identify the things that are actually for me. Because many of us, like, we'll say like what's for me is for me, but we will run ourselves thin. I feel like some of us will claim something is for us, but the thing that we're claiming is for us brings us, it just adds no value to our life, and it's depleting us all around. For me, if something's truly for me, should it be depleting me emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically? If it's truly for you, you shouldn't be depleted at all times. So it's somebody in my life right now, and they have been struggling on their job for a while. From the outside looking in, it's not a fit for them, right? But everybody doesn't accept that. So, you know, when they're talking about their job and the stress that it's causing them, you know, I asked them like, do you even like your job? Because so many of us, we work jobs that we don't even enjoy, that we don't like. And I'm like, do you even like your job? They proceeded to list all these reasons why they do like their job. But for me, I don't want to speak for anybody. I don't know what they truly feel. But for me, it felt like they were trying to convince themselves more than me that they truly like their job. And I feel like we've been so conditioned to like feel like our jobs are the end all be all. Because we work a job, like we have to feel like we like it, and that's just simply not the case. And I understand it, like times are hard. Inflation is inflation, and you know, most of us, we don't have the privilege to not work. Most of us, we have to work in order to survive. So I understand like trying to convince yourself that you enjoy your job, but again, it goes back to like, is this specific job actually for you? Is this for me? And so this person trying to explain like how much they like their job, for me, it was always boiling down to like financial security and not necessarily enjoying being at their job. And you know, I had to remind them, and this is something that I also had to learn at one point, like you have to remember who your source is. I've also said this in videos, like understanding that for me, I understand that God is my source, and every opportunity that he gives me is just simply a resource. And so I trust God so much. I'm so content in what he has planned for my life that if I'm in a situation or it is a job that is just, we're not meshing, then at some point I have to understand that if this don't work out, he got something else that's gonna work out for me. Because again, this job is simply a resource. And on top of that, many of us are like so afraid to like let go of those like security blankets, those security nets. We're so afraid to step out of our comfort zone that we're only delaying our own happiness and contentment. Another way I've become more content is just really understanding who my source is, and not really feeling so like tied to like these jobs and whatever the world says that I'm supposed to have, whatever society says that I need right now. You know, based on my own past experience, talking to friends, family, you know, just people in our lives, I've really realized like how much like work in a job is like the source of so many people's unhappiness. And it makes sense because when you think about it, like if you work a traditional job, most of your week is dedicated or, you know, is scheduled around work, right? So on average, 40 hours of your week is already dedicated to work, right? We're gonna spend at least 8 to 10 hours physically at our jobs. If we're not at our jobs, then we spending time commuting to our job, time getting ready for the job, and then we get home, commuting back home, and debriefing for work. So like most of our days are scheduled around just work. A lot of our time is dependent on our work schedule. Our finances are dependent on our job. Like I feel like everything always comes back to like work in these jobs. So for me, I had to learn how to like emotionally detach from my job. Right? One of the biggest lies I've ever heard in my life, and they used to tell me this when I was a kid: find a job that you love and you'll never have to work again. That is an absolute lie. I don't care how much you enjoy your job. Work is work. At the end of the day, work is work. And people try to cover it up and make it seem like they enjoy like work, especially in a traditional sense. But no, I don't care what you do. You might like or enjoy aspects of your job, but once it becomes like a job is not fun. Yeah, I feel like growing up, they used to always tell us, find a job that you love and you'll never have to work again. And that's just a complete lie. And that's okay. So for me, what I did, well, first of all, I do encourage you all, like if you are in a job that you just absolutely hate or don't enjoy, find a good place to work. My previous job, absolutely hated it. I was stressed out. I didn't like the people I worked with. I didn't like anything about it. It was cool at first, but after a while it just became so draining, and I personally started to become so miserable, and I could see it reflect in like my outside life outside of work. And so I encourage you all to at least find a job where you feel okay. So for me, I work for a really good company right now, which I'm extremely thankful for. You know, I enjoy the team that I work with. I have a great manager. Like all in all, it's a good job. But even so, I still don't have an emotional attachment to it. I feel like too many of us are emotionally attached to these jobs that don't really value us in the end. And I think that's a reason why people struggle with going back to like what's for you and what's not for you. We feel like if something is not for us, then that automatically devalues us. And that's just simply not true. If something doesn't mesh, if it doesn't fit with you, if you're not compatible with it, you're just not compatible with it. But that's not a dig towards your value and your worthiness. And so, yeah, I don't have any emotional attachment to my job. Like, I like my job. I want to keep working at my job for the time being. But at the end of the day, for one, these companies, they always got their best interest at heart. So they gonna always do what's best for the company, regardless of how great of an employee you are. When it comes down to it, they gonna always choose the business over you. So that's the first part. But even outside of that, like I said, at the end of the day, work is work. I personally do not enjoy traditional work, but I understand that there's a purpose and a function for it within my life. So that's how I can create that emotional detachment, because I know that I'm working this job for a specific function in my life. I needed to help pay my bills. And that's what I go to work for. That's it. You know, again, as great as the people are at my job, I'm not one of those people who like try to make friends at work. Like, work is work and my life is my life. And obviously some of those parts will overlap at times, but my job is not my end all be all. And that's not to say that when I'm at work, like, I got a bad attitude or I'm like dry and unhappy. Like, no, I still go to work. Same Sharmel, smile, like all of that. But at the end of the day, like, it's just a job. I'm here to do my 8 and skate. And another thing I like to practice, and I think this is really important if you are at a job that you do not like, is that don't talk about work when you're not at work. If you're at home, don't worry about work. Don't think about work. Enjoy your time at home when you're on vacation. Don't think about work. Don't think about what's going on at the job. Enjoy your vacation. Learn how to put boundaries into place for work and for personal time. Learning work-life balance has been essential in my overall growth and development. Hold on. Let me do my eyebrows real quick and I'll come back. So yeah, so one of the things that I have been recently like learning more about, I guess in this particular time in my life is you know, your job versus your purpose. I feel like society makes us feel like our jobs have to be our purpose, and they don't. For some people, you know, it will overlap. Some people are able to fulfill their purpose in life through their job, but I feel like our jobs are not meant to be our life purposes. There will be overlappage. Like I talk a lot about like gifts. So spiritual gifts, for example, we've all been gifted with certain spiritual gifts, and basically our spiritual gifts are tools that will help us accomplish our life's purpose. So since we are people of the world, we are humans, we are members of society, obviously those gifts aren't just going to be used for our purpose. Like, those gifts will translate over to other areas in our lives, such as our work or our jobs or whatever. But that doesn't mean that the job itself is my life's purpose. I feel like that also brings me contentment, because I don't have to work myself trying to be more than I have to be in this job, which, like I said, is really just a role in my life for a function of paying my bills, giving me money. So jumping in real quick, I just also want to add that the more I learn about like my purpose, and I learn how to use and operate my gifts, those things bring me far more joy and happiness than any job that I've worked has ever given me. Like I said, your job does not have to be your end all be all. And once you stop making it your end all be all, it relieves a lot of stress. I just don't feel as stressed about certain things anymore, because I know that this wasn't the only thing meant for me. And it's a quote that I like live by. And the quote is, I forgot who said it or where I seen it, but it's basically, life is a journey and not a destination. And once you understand that life is truly a journey and not a destination, it's easier to be happy, because you know there's seasons. There are going to be times when you're up, there's going to be times when you're down. But just like the natural seasons, like, you know, I don't really care for winter, but I know winter is only going to last for so long, and then spring and summer and stuff is going to come. So, you know, that's kind of how you have to look at life. Like, there's going to be periods and moments that don't always feel the best, that aren't always the most enjoyable, but it goes back to my personal definition of contentment and understanding that, you know, I'm okay because I know I'm going to be okay when it's all said and done. And I tell you all the time, like, it's so crazy, because I feel like the older I get, God just like continuously reveals more and more to me. So I was recording a video for my affirmation channel, Relax, Rebuild, Restore. And I just read daily affirmations. I read Bible scriptures, relaxing music, XYZ. So one of the videos I posted over there, a time for everything. And I was reading Ecclesiastes 3. It's a very popular scripture, you know, a time to be born, a time to die, that scripture. But the ending part of it, or later down in the text, again, this is a scripture that I've heard several times, but it wasn't until like recently where I was able to get like a new found understanding for it. Hold on, I'm about to read it right now. So after it does the whole a time to be born, a time to die, you know, a time to find, a time to lose, all that other stuff. So after that, what do we gain? This is Ecclesiastes 3:9, and I'm gonna read through 12. And I'm reading from the Contemporary English Version. Okay, but it says, what do we gain by, hold on. What do we gain by all our hard work? I have seen the difficult things God demands of us. God makes everything happen at the right time, yet none of us can ever fully understand all he has done. And he puts questions in our minds about the past and the future. I know the best thing we can do is to always enjoy life, because God's gift to us is the happiness we get from our food and drink and from the work that we do. I actually read through 13. But yeah, hold on, because in another version, it's really verse 13 that really stood out to me, like once I was recording this video. And people should eat and drink and enjoy the fruits of their labor, for these are gifts from God. So that's the version that I really wanted to read it in. But yeah, you have to get to a point where you understand work is a function of our life, but it's not the whole purpose of our life. And you're supposed to work, but you're also supposed to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know, enjoy life, be happy. Like for a long period of time, like I wouldn't do things because I was always thinking about work. Well, I can't do this because I gotta go to work. I can't live my life because I gotta work and I can't get the time off, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that, or I can't do XYZ because I have to save money for this. And like, what's the point of working if I can't enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? I can just live. And then kind of tying it back to the original video that kind of made me want to do this video about regularism. When it comes to living, I feel like many of us, because of like social media and stuff like that, many of us feel like we have to do all these extraordinary things to enjoy life. We got to spend X amount of money to really be experiencing life, and that's just simply not true. Some of the best times I have, honestly, are at home with people that are close to me and just enjoying other people's time and company. I'm big on experiences. Like, obviously, I like to spend money on more like grand experiences like traveling and stuff like that, but I can also have a good experience like with friends and family just on some random stuff. Like, we're going out to eat and then we just randomly embark on different things. Like, there's just so many different ways to experience life that doesn't always revolve around money or having all these luxury items. And like, people will make you feel like it's bad for being regular and doing regular stuff, but no, we are regular, and there's contentment in just being regular and in just enjoying life. I used to be one of those people, like whenever I would go out, I want to take a bunch of pictures and I want to do this and I want to do that. Even with the vlogging, if you guys watch my vlog, a lot of my vlogs, y'all don't see me really out and about doing stuff. I may insert a certain clip of me out, but then I'm gonna turn my camera off and enjoy my time, because instead of trying to prove that I'm enjoying life and things like that, I just live it. I experience it. I'm almost done with my makeup. I feel like I didn't blend my forehead good, and it's stressing me out. Alright, y'all, I'm pretty much done with my makeup. Look at these lashes. I got these lash extensions on, but I'm definitely due for a fill. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a fill. I might just let them fall out. Like this eye right here that I sleep on, I'm really got some gaps in that one, but I was thinking about putting a little cluster right here, but I think I'm gonna just ride it out. All right, I'm about to try to do something to my hair. Well, I did this little style last night, and hopefully it's going. So I'm due for a retwist, but I'm not retwisting it just quite yet. So I was trying to come up with a little something, and so I did like some little braid barrel twist. I don't know, some little twist. First I was just gonna do them straight back and then put it in a bun, but then I got halfway through on this one. I was like, maybe I'll leave the back down. So that's what I end up doing, and I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like last night it didn't look too bad, but since I've been in the scarf and stuff and laying on my head all night, it's not giving what it was giving me last night. So I'm just spraying it with some water. I did my edges and stuff though before I started filming. Just oil my scalp and oil my hair. And I'm just using, this was some Dew Grow. And now I'm just gonna take some black Jamaican castor oil. Or some Jamaican black castor oil. I always get it mixed up. Into my hair. Child, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I feel like it's looking a little childish. I tried to do something different. That's the one thing I hate with my locks being at this like really awkward length. I feel like some styles look really cute, and then sometimes I be feeling like I look like a little girl. I'm trying to fluff them out because they've been laying on them all night. Okay, we're gonna leave it like this for now. Let me put on some earrings. Hopefully after I put on my clothes and everything, it'll come together. Oh, that look a little better. Big hoop earrings always get you right. I don't know what kind of magical powers they got, but it's something about them. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let me get my clothes and stuff on, and then I'm gonna come back and close out this video. All right, you guys, so I am dressed. I decided to put like some of this up into a ponytail for my hair. I don't hate it. It'll do for the day. Honestly, you guys, I'm almost 1.5 years into my lock journey, and I still have some days where I have to love myself through the process. So yeah, it does get easier, but you still have your days. But this is what I came up with. Again, everything for my makeup will be listed down in the description box. But like I said, today's video is in collaboration with Dossier. So the scent I'm going to be sharing with you all today is Fruity Brown Sugar. And I think this is the perfect scent. Yes. If you guys are interested in purchasing some perfume from Dossier, I will have a link down in my description box for you guys to check out. Let me get up and show you guys my outfit. I'm kind of running late and I got an oil stain on my pants, but I'm gonna have to roll with it because I don't have time to change. So here is my outfit. Like I said, I just got an oil stain in it and I don't know how. All right, so these pants, they're actually a 2-piece set and they're from J-Lux labeled. I started to pair it with this other blouse, but that wasn't working, so I just threw on this t-shirt. I'm undecided like if I should wear it tucked in. I feel like a praise dancer when I tuck it in. But yeah, that's it. And then I need a pedicure, so I just put on these like brown pumps. The pants are from J-Lux label. The top is from Shein. I think I'm gonna just keep it simple and just pair it with my denim jacket because I don't have time. This jacket is from Misguided, I want to say. Yeah, it's from Misguided. And then I just have like this brown little purse, and I think this is from Shein also. But yes, my outfit is super simple today, you guys. Gold jewelry. Yeah, it's a simple-ish, casual-ish day. So let me get out this door. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in my next video.